G'day, it's Rob here again. Well, today I'm in the mid-north of South Australia on a property near some land that I have up here that I farm when I get a chance. And this guy's a real collector. You think I'm a collector? You ain't seen nothing. This guy is really good, and he likes the old stuff. If you look down towards my left, you can see a small selection of some of the old equipment he's got. There's all sorts of old farm machinery and who knows what the stuff is. But he's also got some interesting machinery as far as engines and vehicles go. So I'll give you a quick tour around. We'll have a bit of a wander, and yeah, I'll show you some of the stuff that's just lying around up here that's just waiting to be restored. Okay, let's get on with it. So how about an old Hallwood Bagshore water-cooled stationary motor, the old school type. I've seen this thing running years gone by. That's how long he's had it. And I mean, we started this up years ago and it ran amok and almost killed us all. The handle almost flew off. But yeah, that's a big old motor that a lot of collectors would probably like to have. Excuse the shaky video, but I try and do this out in the paddock and there's grass and wood and stuff. So yeah, that's a nice old motor. It's totally complete, and it's just a matter of needing somebody to give it some TLC and put it all together. I'll come in close on it with the other camera. You've got to watch where you walk out here because we're right in snake territory here. All this wood, this is a perfect place for the old blacks and browns come out and get you. And you know, farm life, got to watch the old snakes. And here we go. Yeah, I'll come in and get some close-up shots on this. I have to do all this pretty much handheld because I'm doing this in a hurry. I've got work to do up here. I haven't come up just for a holiday. I'm on a mission to fix up some stuff, machinery for the guy. But yeah, you can see there. Interesting old motors, you know. Old magneto motor, water cooled, crank handle in the top. Alright. And here we are with the usual assortment of broken down headers and motorbikes and spreaders, big slashers, a couple of harvesters, old inters, boom sprays. There's all the gear in the world here, horse floats, you name it, it's up here. Once again, as I said, snake territory plus. They love this sort of stuff. And I'm just wearing shorts and work boots, so you got to tread carefully, but generally they'll get out your way. You learn to jump high when they go past you. And here's some rippers, cultivators. We use tandem hitch to do the cultivating, but this is just a single one. Oh, there's another old motor over here on the old cement mixer. What's this one? This is another old water cooled job that was still running. Yeah, interesting old girl. Not sure what brand this one is. Yeah, I'll come in close on that too. I'm shooting into the sun a bit, unfortunately, but yeah, well, these old motors still run, you know. Whoops. These old motors still run and they still do the job. I don't know what this is. Hard to see what I'm filming at here. There's so much light that I can't see the back of the camera, and the LCD is getting washed out with all the light, but hopefully the video will work out alright. Yeah, these old engines are super interesting. Yeah. And now we're coming up to a really awesome tractor. It's an old Chamberlain Super 70 series tractor. I've driven this plenty of hours, put lots of hours on this going around at night time. You know, the roof's, it's got a sunroof, as you can see, a non-standard feature. I mean, you spend a day on these and you come inside and you're just absolutely covered top to toe with an inch of dust. It's a filthy thing to drive because they just cavitate, the cabins cavitate all the dust back onto you, and if you're harrowing particularly, you finish up looking like you crawled out of a dustbin, you know, literally covered in dust. These are a very interesting tractor, and I'll explain why in a minute, and we'll soon see why. The main thing is the engine of these is a 3-cylinder GM 2-stroke diesel with a big Roots supercharger on it. So they basically got 2-valve heads, which are exhaust only, and they have sleeve inlet port cylinders, which are pressurised by the GM blower. The chamber goes right around the whole engine, it's pressurised, and of course it's diesel. And these fire in every stroke, so they're every second stroke rather than every fourth stroke. So these things wail, they're as noisy as buggery when you drive them, and you've got earplugs in and head mufflers, you know, headset mufflers on as well, and with a radio built in if you're lucky. But they really make a racket. They come out of those, and man, the noise, and the transmission noise is even worse. I mean, but yeah, these are interesting motor, interesting vehicle. This motor was originally a marine motor, and I believe it was actually used in some of the early high-speed patrol and torpedo boats during World War II, and then adapted to tractor use. This tractor's also got a hand clutch. That's this gadget here. So you basically have to push forward the clutch to engage it, and pull back to pull it out. But yeah, you've got to be careful. They can rear up on you, these tractors, because they're very light on the front end, having such a small engine and all the power they've got. But yeah, she hadn't been used for a little while, but it has been used in the last couple of years. But things have got a bit quiet lately on the cropping scene. Old, but still good. Yeah, now we're heading across to a couple of classic vehicles. I mean, there are vehicles that do go on this property and all that, but this is an old Datsun, really old Datsun ute. It's pretty rusty. I don't know if you could restore it, but it's certainly an oldie. And when, you know, this property does have a big four-wheel drive tractor and, you know, modern equipment, but this is the old stuff I'm showing you. But yeah, look at this. Seen better days, but it's all there. Well, it was all there. Pretty sure it's, you know, it's probably doable. It's got a little, I think 1200 motor in this. Yeah, 1200 it says on the mudguard. And we'll look inside if we can. Oh, the door's rusty. I don't want to force it, but yeah, it's got all the original stuff in there. Yeah, it would be restorable with time and effort. You don't see too many of these old girls around. Alright. Now up the back we've got an old, really early Toyota tray top. This is the original 6-cylinder Toyota with the copy of the Chev engine in it. And this was going years ago, once again, when I was working on this property. And it's sort of a junker now, spares. It was still running, but it used gallons of petrol, this thing. I mean, they're petrol, and boy, they really drink it down, these things. But this one originally came from up at the Flinders Ranges. Arkaroola, was used on Arkaroola Station and so she's been through the mill well and truly, but 3-speed gearbox, petrol motor. Yeah, once again, you could restore it if you wanted to put the time in and the effort, but yeah, I've driven that a few times. 4-wheel drive, transfer case, the usual bit, you know. And we've got an old Datsun 1600 here, whoops, which was the original farm unit for this farm, and that's had like massive loads. We've had 2 ton on that, you know, not to drive on the road, but through the property. And the rims almost digging into the ground, they were that overloaded, and the thing did it. That poor, long-suffering old thing. This is well past restoration. This is just scrap, really. But yeah, once again, these old girls, interesting vehicles. So yeah, cool bananas, eh? Well, how about a dead Lambretta scooter? An oldie. Not looking too flash. Hope this comes out. It's hard to see what I'm filming out here because of the bloody sun is so bright today. But yeah, she's an oldie. And a dead lawnmower and another dead motor of some sort. Beautiful old farm gates. Fantastic. Lots of these old gates around up here. These are all very collectible. Yeah, beautiful. There's a set over there on the yard, so you can see where the dog is. Some more over there. And some more up there. Yeah, interesting place. And here's a few sheep in the yard here, that lambs that are going to be moved on at some stage. It's a typical farm, you know, junk everywhere. Farmers never throw anything out because one day it just might be useful. And of course no farm would be complete without a Fordson or 2. There's a couple on this block, on this property. All Fordson Majors, diesel, excellent tractors, go forever, easy to fix. The other one's got hydraulics on it, this one's just got a 3-point linkage loader on the back. Well, it had it on the back, is it still there? No, it's been taken off. Yeah, the old Fordsons. Yeah, they're good tractors, these. Good old USA, good old UK tractor. But the diesel ones are good, you know. Some have a Perkins motor, some have a Ford motor. Depends on the model and whether they've had engine swaps. But, well, that's it for me. So there you go. A typical farmyard salvage area in South Australia. Alright, well that's it. Hope you enjoyed a bit of a look around. See you next time. Cheers.